Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking about what good bow direction actually is, why it's important, and then I'll introduce an open string exercise that I like to think of as the drag racer. So good bow direction basically means making sure that your bow is always perpendicular to the string. That means it should always be at a 90-degree angle to the string to make sure that the string is able to vibrate and resonate as freely as possible. As we look down towards our bridge, we can all see that the bridge is curved, and it's important that when we play with the bow, our bow follows that line. So we have to kind of hug the cello or hug the bridge. Something that I find is often not discussed enough is how the bow direction changes from string to string, not only in terms of being obviously a little bit higher or lower this way, but also this way, kind of like you're rowing a boat. These changes of bow angle are very, very slight from string to string, but they're also crucial, and they get exaggerated when we are, for example, at the point of the bow. If I play a C string and move all the way to the point from the frog, and then take that same bow direction and put it straight across to the A string, hopefully you can see that that bow direction is just not correct. Actually, my arm should be much more like this, with the point facing upwards for it to be correct on the A string. So again, C string direction, with the point down a little bit more, and then when I go to the A string, for it to stay straight across the string and at that 90-degree angle, I really need to push my arm out, not have it like this, the C string angle. And you can see the same if I reverse it and play an A string with a straight bow. And then take that same angle and put it on the C string. Again, it's not correct like this. Now I need to bring my arm back for it to be correct. So the simple answer as to why this is important is that it majorly affects our sound. If we play with a crooked bow on any string, it's going to not allow the string to vibrate as freely as when it's really straight and at that perpendicular angle. So if I take, for example, my G string and I have the point a little bit down, not only does the contact point change, but also the quality of the sound is not as good as when I keep the same contact point and have the correct bow direction. If I do the opposite and have the point too high, the opposite will happen. That means the bow moves up, the contact point moves up. Now that can be a useful skill to have. For example, if you wanted to go from a louder to a softer sound, you might just slightly tip the point up like that on a down bow to bring yourself to a softer area of the cello. However, if we just want to create a constant ringing sound that allows the string to resonate as freely as possible, the bow direction does need to be straight, and that means the contact point needs to stay the same. For the drag racer exercise, we just take one open string at a time and focus on the correct bow direction for that particular string. For this exercise, I recommend practicing it using either a cell phone video or a mirror. So right now, it's in the right position for the middle strings, for the G and the D string. Hopefully it will look like it's a very straight bow. So slightly up for the next string up, for the D string. But the cell phone phone or mirror is still positioned in such a way that you should be able to tell if it's straight or not. Now for the outer strings, I suggest moving the cell phone or mirror to the side that you're working on. So say for example, you want to practice C string direction. It's kind of hard to see it from where the video is currently positioned. However, if we move the mirror just a little bit, or the cell phone just a little bit over here, I think it's easier to tell if it's straight here. And just to sort of try to show the point even better, I'll now do it with the incorrect bow direction. I'm going to have the point, let's do the point too low for this one. The contact point changed, the sound was not as good, and it's easier to see because the cell phone is on the same side as the string that I'm playing. So for my C string, it would be on the right. And then for the A string, I would move it to the other side, to the A string side, something like such. And here is my A string, first with a good bow direction. And here it is with the wrong direction. Again, a lot easier to see those mistakes when the cell phone or mirror is on the side that you're working on. These changes are most important on the outer strings. Those are the places where typically we tend to be a little bit off. So I hope that you find this helpful. If you do, I'd love it if you could press that like button below. Next time we're going to be working on a Formula 1 exercise for open strings, and I hope to see you there.